Welcome to my channel. Today we have the privilege to invite one of my friends, Eliot, a serial entrepreneur involving so many business. We're going to tell you, and what excites me is that he is going to make the next Starbucks in India and maybe overtake Starbucks. And having different culture background, immigrant to Australia as international student like me 20 years ago, going through some up and down difficulty, different industries. So I want to invite you to share your experience and hope to share that success and the struggle experience with the people who's looking to be the entrepreneur as well. Thank you for
Definitely.
coming.
Thanks for having me on your show, Thomas.
Yes,
It's really honor to be here.
and you are over humble.
No.
Yes, let us know a little bit about this business first. It's very, very exciting. What made you have the ambitions to promote your own culture product and believe that can take over Starbucks?
Um, yeah, like if you ask anyone in the world, if you ask them, what is your best cook in the world, they're gonna automatically say it's their mom.
Yeah.
So the special ingredient you have from your mother's cooking is love.
Yeah.
That special ingredient is intangible. No
Yeah.
one, it's not visible.
Yeah.
That's why before marriage, it's the mother's cooking.
Yeah.
After marriage, after 15 years, I'm saying not like 5, 6 years. After 15 years, your wife's cooking will be the best cook.
Yeah.
Like that, even though I migrated to Australia, my roots are still based in India.
Yeah.
In India, only two people can live joyfully. One is filthy poor and filthy rich.
Yeah.
So I am unfortunate, not
Yeah,
belonging to any of those category. I got stuck in the middle, and yeah, that made me to migrate to Australia. My dad is an ex-Air Force man. I wanted to become a pilot, but the cost of becoming a pilot uh, in India is a beggar's belief.
Yeah.
So I thought, what should I do? And for every problem, money is the solution.
Yes.
Then,
Mostly.
yeah. So I decided, to make money, uh, either you need to be born in an entrepreneur family,
Yeah.
or you married a celebrity,
Yeah.
or you need to hit a jackpot. So this three doesn't applicable to me when I'm in India. So I migrated to Australia as an international. First, actually, I tried to enter into the Greenland, USA, but for some reason they refused my visa.
Yeah.
Welcome
to Australia.
And I thought, getting into Australia, and from Australia you get your permanent residence. Then you apply for the US visa. Makes it easier. So I came to Australia. Then I never turned back.
Yeah.
So I've been here from 2003 March.
Yeah.
So already completed 21 years. Still happy staying here.
Yes.
I'm going to call Australia as my home.
Yeah, fantastic. Same as me. So you already started this business. It's not just a plan. So the first shop or second shop already started in India.
Yep.
And you have the business partner, the business structure, you have the products in place, and you are ready to scale as well.
Yep.
So what made you have that idea after you have some business before? You tell us a bit about your experience yourself.
Yeah. Actually, my dad is a failed entrepreneur. So it will take a generation to become an entrepreneur. So it won't happen overnight.
Yeah.
So it's all genetics,
Yeah.
DNA. It should be in your chromosome. If it is not in there, you can't be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and it's so easy to find a good job in Australia.
Yeah, but again, the 9 to 5 is a no for me. If I am loving something to do, I'm happy to work 365 days. So you need to love what you are doing so that you don't feel like the best thing is when you wake up in the morning,
Which you
if
wake
you
up at
feel,
3:30.
yeah, that's crazy hours. No, if you want some tips how to wake up at 3:30, come to me.
Yeah.
I'm the person, and I follow few spiritual gurus on the way, and I learn from them, and it's working out from me. I am a diabetic. I used to take Janument insulin, and then it's not helping me, it's not
Wow.
curing me. And then I decided whatever you put inside your body should cure you, not the chemical. Then I stopped taking Janumet and insulin. I never do the pricking thing, check my blood glucose level, anything. I'm healthy, so no side effects. When I was taking this medication, I was feeling some chest pain and prickly thing in my toes, and I can't play. I'm a cricket player. For 14 years I play cricket for my club and various different clubs, and still we are in the process of taking over one indoor cricket stadium. So with diabetic medication, I couldn't play cricket because cricket is a long hour game. You need to be on the field 8 hours standing. But with my medication, it doesn't allow me to do my passionate thing. Then I thought, okay, is cricket end of my story? Then I met a gentleman at one of the PD days. He's 84 years and he's still playing cricket. Then that sparked me, and then I stopped the medication, and then I concentrated on what I'm feeding, I'm putting inside my body, and now I went for a blood test. They are saying I'm not diabetic anymore.
So, what's your experience as an international student in Australia?
Yeah, it was pleasant.
And you told me you never have any discrimination experience.
In
Unlike some of the
Australia,
others.
no, I faced discrimination in India.
Oh, my God.
Because I'm a South Indian.
Yeah.
If I go a little bit north, I've been considered like a Madarasi. As an international student,
Yeah.
for the first 4 months, it was a struggle for me to find the job. Like I was applying online, not getting any response. All you receive is your application is being received, and
never hear back.
never, no one called you back. Then I bought a good quality 3 pairs of socks from Kmart, and one quality $20 shoe from Kmart shop. Went to the library because that time we didn't have a printer. I went to the library and took 100 resumes.
Yeah.
So each day when I go out, my goal is to 25 resumes I need to pass it on to the shops.
Yeah.
So like that I started doing it. But again, still no response. And then one fine day, I went to Queen Victoria Market. There, one of my friends told, you go to Victoria Market, you can find the job. And I went to the Queen Victoria Market, and then I came to the 7-Eleven on the corner of Elizabeth and Franklin Street. So I met the owner of the shop, and I gave the resume to him, not realizing he is the owner, and I said, "Can you pass this resume to your manager or the owner?" He go through my resume, and then there was a subway adjacent to the 7-Eleven. Still, the subway is there, so he bought me a sub and made me sit, and he asked me certain things. And I lied to him, I've been a customer service representative, but I never worked in India because in India, if you are a South Indian, you are not allowed to work until you finish your bachelor's degree.
Is it by law or culture?
It's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
So it's a Tamil culture. Your parents won't allow you to work until you finish your bachelor's.
But unlike in Australia, you start to work maybe from year 7 or year 9.
Yeah.
In that case.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm telling the kids in India, you are fortunate.
Yeah.
Don't don't born in Australia.
Yeah.
Get born to an Indian parent. Enjoy your life till you're bachelors.
Yeah. Yeah.
After bachelors, migrate to country like this
Mm.
and work your ass off.
Yeah.
You will be rewarded.
And Eloy is also, working 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
work as a broker,
Yep.
and have your own funds company,
Yep.
For first mortgage funds, non-bank,
Yep.
and also a few some other business like
Yep.
Telstra.
So whatever I can get my hands on, I'm trying to. Thanks to JT Fox,
Yeah.
he is my number one business coach.
Yep.
And also I need to thank Aaron Sensoni, who is my second coach, and Sam Cawthon, who is my coach in public speaking.
Yep.
And Raja Saravanan, GD, we call him, and I call him Raja.
Yeah.
He is my business partner, and he is my eye opener in the entrepreneurial step.
Yeah.
Because 6 years I've been trying to engage with him to do some sort of business, but he sensed I'm not at that level.
Yeah.
So since I am his close friend, he didn't tell it at my face. So he just delayed. And one fine day, we started our conversation and we went like 6 hours. And his wife got scared and my wife got scared that I am having an affair and he is having an affair. So then they found out we are college friends, and then we are in good, our marriage still continues. So
yeah, so but you still keep in touch in that past 6 years, and you want to perhaps prove to him that you can be ready.
Yeah.
And
but I didn't realize he's purposefully doing it. But I come to the realization when I met him in person. That time he said, "You are ready now."
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm like a seed. He saw the potential in me. Like whoever seeing me, they are seeing the potential in me. But only thing I lacked patience. So patience is very, very important. That's why
and you find your passion later on.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that you have these kind of traits where you don't have the fears of being self-employed. But many people who are sick of 9-to-5 jobs, are sick of their boss, sick of the big corporates, they are afraid of being a self-employed, not getting paid regularly, fixed income. They don't have that. And they are afraid to make presentation, to speak to strangers. But it seems to me that you don't have that fears at all. So do you recall anything that happened to you? You remove those fears from you entirely?
Will you believe I am the very most shyest person in the world?
Very left brain as an engineer.
Yep. So growing up, if a relative comes, like my mother's sister or my dad's brother, any relative come to my house, I will go and hide inside the room. I will never talk to them.
Yeah. And what happened to you?
Because I was like, people think, like he's not in South India. A girl is supposed to be like that, not the boy. Yeah. Boy has to be the hunter, and girl has to be the homemaker. That's the culture we brought up. But they thought, I was put in a wrong shell. Like I'm supposed to be a girl, but born in a men's body. So they even question my maleness. But my friends among the school, they know I am a alpha because I'm good at sport. The only sport I don't play is footy, Australian footy.
Yeah.
Still I don't get it. Even though 21 years, even I got a free ticket to go and support Western Bulldogs. I just went to MCG, Melbourne Cricket Ground. Just I got the free ticket.
Yeah.
Just for that reason. Because MCG is any cricket fan's dream to be part of the audience. So I had the opportunity to enter MCG free of cost. And then my favorite player Sachin Tendulkar played his last match in Australia, and I have the luxury of being part of that history. And yeah, and slowly I play club cricket here, and as we speak, we are in a negotiation signing the contract for indoor cricket stadium in Ravenhall, suburb in the west.
Yeah.
If you kids wants to play cricket, please come and join them
Yeah.
in their indoor cricket stadium. We're gonna train them, and there are plenty of scope. Now 2020 World Cup is happening in US.
Yeah.
So USA, Canada, Namibia, and Netherlands, so many small countries are picking up cricket. And some of the commentators in US are saying cricket between India and Pakistan is bigger than Super Bowl.
Yes. Yes.
So JT Fox, maybe you need to sponsor, take over one cricket club.
Of the next movie that JT is going to invest, will have someone playing cricket.
Cricket, yeah,
and
true.
Then get shot and die.
Let's make an autobiography of Sachin Tendulkar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Eliot, you worked as a broker before.
Yeah.
And even though you moved on to other business, because I'm a mortgage broker myself, can you share a little bit experience of what you learned in mortgage broking that help your future business?
Yeah. So with my mortgage broking, it's a short 2.5 years I've been a broker. I got 2 excellent mentors. I don't complain about my mentor. So one is Ross Lawrenson from Tradies Finance. He's an excellent mentor. He runs an academy by the name Roscoe Academy, and he is part of Tradies Finance. I don't know still he is with Tradies Finance or not. But another mentor he recommended me is Glenn Darcy, who is a cricketer. Like me, he is a bowler.
So it seems like having a passion in sports will give you a wider, great connection elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So the cricket, one way or another way, cricket connects me. So even if I'm going for a business deal, and if the business doesn't click, and if they mention cricket, then that's a deal. So at least we
like
can
a deep connection, hobby.
Yeah. To do business with me, all you need to do is learn some cricket.
Yeah.
Learn about cricket. You are part of my partnership.
I'll spend some time and learn it. Go to your playground.
Yeah.
All right.
We will even open CPL, which is Chinese Premier League.
Maybe let's do that. Yes, China is a very big market too, and at the same time, Indian migrant is the fastest migrant in Australia. Maybe perhaps.
So like Chinese and the Indian population, I don't know, 50% of the world population.
More than that.
So yeah, either you marry a Chinese rich person or Indian billionaire.
Yeah, plenty.
We are in business.
Yeah. So also, you're so busy in your life. You have family, you have kids, and you're still doing the charity. You're running a non-for-profit project on the side.
Yes.
Would you mind sharing us with that?
So
why you want to spend time for that?
The first thing when I got into entrepreneurial journey, I took my dictionary and tore the page busy, and I tore the page I don't have time, and then I decided to got into the entrepreneurial journey. So everybody got only 24 hours. You can't recreate time. So the only way you can have more time is waking up early. So to wake up early, we call Brahma Muhurta between 3:30 to 4:15, which is not the morning, which is not the night, it's in between. That's the time when the sun rays come to the earth. And if you are living in equator, you will observe 100% energy, ether, it's called ether. If you are in the equator, at least you will get 70%. So people who live in the south and the north won't get maximum benefit out of waking up at 3:30. But if someone listening to this podcast, if you are in the equator, like in India or Southeast Asian country or Africa or a little bit of North America, please do wake up at 3:30. Even if you want to sleep, wake up at 3:30, go back to sleep at 4:15. So 45 minutes is a crucial period. That is the time your spine should be erect to receive the ether. So if your spine is flying flat, it won't receive. So the antenna is pointed like this to receive signals.
Okay.
So your spine is your antenna.
I should stay straight.
Yeah. So that 3:30 to 4:15 is called Brahma Muhurta. So you can Google Brahma Muhurta. So many people
we'll put the link underneath as well.
Yeah. So Brahma Muhurtam is the Indian, our forefathers found out that's a magic in that. And if you go and listen to any billionaires, they are early risers. On top of that, you need to learn from animals. The early bird catches the fresh worm.
Yeah. But what if I'm the worm?
then your life is short. You will be eaten by a bird.
Yeah.
At least you are
so
useful.
You change to a bird.
You are useful to the ecosystem. At least you are satiating the hunger of a bird.
So you find time.
Yeah.
You never tell yourself or others, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
I never say
but you prioritize things.
Yeah.
So long they are important, worthwhile to do, you'll find a way to do it.
Yeah. Either that's what I either automate. If I can't automate, I delegate. If I can't delegate, I eliminate.
That's a fantastic formula. And Eloy, you start business one and another. You made yourself financially sustainable, and why you choose to spend the money to hire coaches, and they are not cheap. People see that as an expense. People hesitate to grow. They think they know, they just don't do it. How do you also get that support from your wife, willing to let you to spend that money, to listen to someone else?
Don't tell your wife.
Don't. Maybe your wife should watch this episode.
Yeah. So if you're gonna spend some money to your coaches, don't go with one coach. Have a multiple coach. And if they are expensive, they are good at what they are doing. So I will put it like this: if you want to catch a tuna, what kind of bait you put? You can put a 100-gram earthworm. So you will get only 2 kilo tuna sardine. But if you want kingfish, you need to put tuna. If you want whale, you need to put a shark as a bite.
Yeah.
So the bigger the bite, the bigger the catch. So your investment in coaches, in having coaches, spending money on coaches, are like the bite.
Yeah.
So how bigger fish you want, that much money you need to spend.
So you have that ambitions to grow big, to see higher thing, to be more eyes opening. Like in the Chinese saying, they always saying, you can't earn the money outside your own knowledge and connection. So that's why you're investing in yourself, your connection, your knowledge, your prospects, and believe that even like myself, I spend a lot of money on coaching. And also once I find out that every Olympic champion player have on average 7 coaches: sleep coach, mindset coach, psychologist, dietary requirement, strength coach, and all the other coaches. And that's why you mentioned someone will coach you business mindset, another person coach you another business, another person coach you public speaking. So you always see the best in them and then want to learn their traits and learn from them and get into that inner circle and no question asked, get most out of it.
Definitely.
That's what I see.
Definitely. You need to have multiple coaches, no matter. So I always tell my well-wishers, if you can't afford a coach, either beg, borrow. If you have to steal, steal.
You mean student knowledge, not the money. All right, still as in arts of in a legal way.
Yeah, knowledge.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Have a taste of the coffee,
yeah,
filter coffee.
filter coffee was
Yeah.
excellent, man. Excellent.
So tell us a little bit more about this traditional Indian coffee. What's wrong with the modern coffee in India? And what's so good about this traditional Indian coffee that maybe not widely known in Australia yet?
Yeah, nothing wrong with the traditional coffee. It's excellent. Italian, thanks to the Italians. But I've been born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, and my dad is a serial coffee drinker. So in a day, but in India, coffee cup is like a cup like this. It's like a 3 serve. We don't drink this much coffee. We take. You have like this cup and three shot. Short cup.
Yeah.
But with milk. So we are not fan of black coffee. We are fan of milk, coffee with milk. So, but I'm not a coffee person back then. So like being a student, I drank, only once in the morning. But in India, the Indians are very fan of drinking tea.
Yes.
Thanks to the British.
Yes.
So they are tea culture people actually. And every street you have a tea shop, and 24/7 tea shop will be open. And tea is the lot of people in India, South India, are still living because of tea. Because they don't have any money, but when they go to a tea shop, they can get a tea for 2 rupees. And then that will satisfy their hunger.
Make them happier.
Make them happy as well. So then, coming back to Raja Saravanan, so how I got into coffee. So then once he decided I am the right fit for the entrepreneurship and the partnership, he invited me to his house. Not house, palace, actually. I should show his house with his permission.
Put a link below.
Yeah, so his house is a palace. And I never thought someone will build a house in such a narrow space in Chennai. This big house. He brought the engineers from Singapore, and the house construction went for 7 years. And then it's massive. So now I need to buy property in Chennai because the guest room there is for me. So whenever I go to India, I call that as a place of residence.
Yeah. So with the coffee business in India, you see there's a big market.
Yes. Definitely.
And there's a big demand, and no one is offering and promoting the traditional Indian coffee. It's like this happened in China before, when China is still maybe a lot more way behind. 20, 30 years ago, they think coffee is from the West. It's something for the rich people. They feel, face like very, very proud. They walk into a coffee shop and having Starbucks. But now things change. A lot of Chinese families, not all of them, but a lot of them becoming wealthy. And now they don't satisfy with the Western products or just that. So they want to have their own lost traditional products as well, which being undermined before. A lot of culture think Western is good. Western means expensive, branding, and branding, right? This is what we learned from JT. So the traditional products being treated as poor among the poor people, not expensive, cannot be formal. So they've never been branded before. But think about tea too in Australia, so expensive, and the serious tea drinkers is laughing at tea too. It's like, this is low quality, blah blah blah. But it's getting popular. It's getting the market bigger, and people can access to tea easily. They can treat it as a lifestyle, and even arts. A lot of nice looking teapots and cheap and expensive different mix of the tea, and that makes a fashion. Drinking tea like a fashion. So the tea is coming from the east, from India, from China, all the way to British along the Silk Road. But not many Chinese and Indian are trying to promote their own culture to the West. We spoke about the La King coffee. They now overtake Starbucks, no longer the largest coffee franchise or shops in the world. So now your ambition is to make the Indian traditional coffee great.
Yep. So if you go to any part of the world and speak to any South Indian and the North Indian who visited South India, ask him what's the best coffee he tasted in his life. He's gonna say 100% without even thinking or blinking is filter coffee.
Filter coffee
From Chennai.
From Chennai. What's the brand of your new business?
We got our business name, like we got two variants. One is 6 a.m., which is a luxurian, and one is CSK, Chennai Super Coffee with K. So why we have CSK is there is a Indian Premier League team which is called Chennai Super Kings.
Is that from cricket again?
Yeah, it's from cricket.
Man, I should handle cricket here.
Yeah. So all you need to do is put a cricket bat in your display.
Yeah.
Then I cannot do business with you.
I will do that. I'm gonna buy one from a famous player.
Yeah. So 6 a.m. is the luxurian and CSK is the retail end. In CSK, the coffee will be starting from 80 rupees, Indian rupees. And 6 a.m. the starting coffee range starts from 180. And we don't just serve coffee, we serve experience. If you taste our coffee and if you don't intake anything for the next 30 minutes, you're gonna still have the flavor in your tongue. That's the guarantee we're gonna offer from our filter coffee.
Yeah. And you're going to have franchise model?
Yes, definitely. So for every 6 shops, 1 will be owner operated and 5 will be franchisees. And then this one, day 1, you're going to make money. It's now bullshitting, not like other big brands. You pay so much of hefty investment and you get chained to the business. This is nothing like that. You be the owner. You can be a owner operator, or else we can show you the model, how to run the model. We can find you the lease aspect of thing, and we can find you the employee, and our machine will do the job. We just need 2 employees. Anyone can understand English or their native language can able to run this business. Thanks to Raja Saravanan, because he is the core brain. I'm just, he's the director. I'm the actor.
Yeah.
So he directs me.
You operate. Yeah. You are head of operation.
Yeah. So Rajinikanth is a famous actor in Tamil Nadu, but he is famous because of the director by the name Balachandar. So people know who is Balachandar and who is Rajinikanth. So I am Rajinikanth and Raja Saravanan is Balachandar.
Yeah. I'll close it up for a little bit. Last question.
This filter coffee is really good. Moreover,
whether you like it. A specialty coffee beans. So last question. Are you gonna plan to make this 5 a.m. Sorry, 6. Are you gonna make this 6 a.m.
and CSK
traditional South Indian filter coffee overseas to the international market?
It's gonna be global.
Why do you believe people will appreciate the coffee from India? Because they believe perhaps the coffee is from the Western.
Yeah, we believe no one have introduced filter coffee to the taste buds. So the second biggest revenue making industry is coffee
Mm.
because it's addictive.
What's the first one?
It's weapon.
Sadly. Okay. Maybe I should be a weapon broker.
Yeah, it'd be a manufactured weapon. You build atomic bomb. That's the number one business.
That thing. All right, number two, coffee. We can't get in weapon. That's getting coffee.
Yeah, coffee is better. Second is better. We don't want to be number one and someone bomb us. We don't want enemies.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it actually so? So you believe there is market because people haven't tasted before? People from Melbourne, people from Australia, people from the US, or even in Europe, and China and also Australia. China and India are people migrants around the world. So you have a big local Indian community in all the developed countries.
Definitely.
So that's where you can start as well.
Yes, because you see Kamala Harris, the Vice President of America, from Indian origin. Her mom is from China.
Yeah.
And you name the CEO, that Google CEO, Sundar Pichai, he is from Tamil Nadu.
And the UK Prime Minister.
Rishi Sunak.
So he is ruining the world.
Yeah. So like the India, like Indians are everywhere. So
last question. Sorry to keep you for very long.
Yep.
Why having your only son in the home school, not sending him to the traditional school?
Because I don't want him to pick up herd mentality.
Yeah.
So schools are for 9 to 5 people.
Yeah.
Schools will fail entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
If
school teacher get a job.
Yeah. If your son or your kids wants to be an entrepreneur, stop sending them to school.
Or maybe we should open a school for entrepreneur only.
Yeah, maybe if you don't have time to homeschool, send it to me. I will look after your child.
Wow, that's a big market there. I couldn't believe how you manage your time.
Absolutely,
and you never say no time.
Absolutely, spending time with the kid is precious. Why I'm doing all this, you might ask.
And your kid is smart because I heard you talking about it. And he learned everything on YouTube.
Yes.
And overtake the grades, so only 7 years old doing 12 years old math on YouTube.
No, he's like a grade 3 guy. Yeah. He's only 7 years old. So me and my wife never give any input to our kids. But he is really good. Sometimes even I can't pronounce certain English words, and what I'll do, I will write that word in the board, and he will pronounce it, and I will check with Google exactly. So
he learned that so fast, and his mindset is not limited by the year level.
Yeah, no.
But people go to school and say, "I'm gonna wait next year."
They're gonna pull your leg. If you are above the level, they're gonna pull you down. If you are below, they will make you, you are not up to the mark.
We shouldn't have a year level.
So like in school, like each kid is unique. You can't expect Jasmine to emit rose smell, but that's what school is doing. They want rose smell from all the kids.
Yeah.
One kid might be good at maths, one kid might be good at sports, one kid might be good at science. But what they do, they generalize stuff.
Yeah.
So still I have a document from the maternity child care that they gave a certificate saying my son is doesn't fit for the school material. He is still very up to for his age. He is not up to the mark. That's mainly due to my fault and my wife's fault. From 6 months, we started sending him to childcare. In childcare, they speak English. At home, we speak Tamil. And he couldn't understand what he's getting. So there was a speech delay.
Yeah.
So the childcare people recommended us to go to a speech therapist. When we went to the speech therapist, he recommended to go to a pediatrician. When we go to the pediatrician, they recommended to go to a psychologist. Then it was
only 6 months.
Yeah, it's like the waiting period is so horrible.
you heard the wrong advice from the expert.
Yeah. So then my wife is a PhD in applied mathematics, and she said, "I'm not going to send my kid to this idiot."
She's not wrong.
Yeah. And then even I'm like a cat on the wall, but she is adamant, Either you bring money to the table, I will look after the kid, or else I bring money to the table, you look after the kid.
Wow.
I thought second option is best.
Yeah.
So that I can bond with my son more, and then
you also do the business as well.
yeah, so I can spread my wings now.
Wow, fantastic! Thank you for your time today, Eliot. And at the end, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of my book, Retire on Rent, in Australia. Talk about the system. It's not just about selecting the property, what property to select for long-term capital gain, positive cash flow. Also talk about different funding strategy, finance, small developments, renovation, and all the other tricks and gigs. So it's on Amazon, one of the bestseller. And again, thank you for your time today, Eliot.
My pleasure, Thomas.
All the best to your business.
Definitely.